Will Colmeyer, welcome you back to our final segment of tonight's show, ICC football with John Williams. The Indians coming off that win last Thursday night against East Central. This week, another East Mississippi. The defending state champs come calling here at Lambert Stadium. A 7 o'clock kickoff. What do you expect out of the Lions?
Well, I'll tell you, before I tell you anything about them, let me tell you, we love to celebrate a win, but going in to play a team like East Mississippi doesn't allow you to celebrate very long. So we're on the bus last night heading back, and we're already talking about them. So it's kind of a bittersweet thing. We're glad to get the win, but man, we wish we could have enjoyed it a little bit longer. You look at East Mississippi, and they just have talent all over the field. I mean, I can throw names out at you like Pat Patterson, guys like that have been to the Division I level. That are back there on their campus now that we'll have to face next week. I'll tell you this, we must play flawless next week in order to have a chance to win. They're coming off of 3 losses, and they'll be ready to come out and prove a point. And we have to match their effort or exceed it in order to have a chance.
Well, East Mississippi will come calling a 7 o'clock kickoff at Lambert Stadium. And of course, it would be nice if we could continue our offensive effort. Andy Wilson, we talked about Tevin Blanchard being our Trustmark Bank star of the game. Honorable mention maybe to Andy Wilson. I mean, he had some nice numbers last Thursday night. 13 of 19 through the air, 195 yards, 1 touchdown, that one to Henry. Also ran for a couple touchdowns and another almost 30 yards rushing. And keep in mind those sacks and that against his rushing. He had a nice game, and we could use more of the same out of Andy this Thursday.
Yeah, Andy was our offensive player of the week. Just thought, as I said earlier, just did a really good job of managing the game, and he was real smooth. He never got flustered, and I think that's him just maturing within this league. The last 2 weeks really hasn't known what to expect, and I think each week he's gotten better and better. This week I thought he really showed, some maturity and making good decisions. Tevin, on the other hand, our defensive player of the week, he's got to exceed his effort from this past week also.
Well, this Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and of course, as always, at any home game, one of my favorite promotions, Spread the Red. I love that sea of red, and we had so many folks wearing red on opening night against Hines, and we would love to have all of our ICC fans something red to support the good guys. And I guarantee you, it is Goosebump City when you guys come out of that, out of the field house, coming out of the locker room, and come out there and you see just about a sea of red up there in the home stands.
I tell you, there's not a better atmosphere in junior college football in the country, I don't think. In our home opener, we left the locker room, and immediately as you leave our locker room, you look to the stands, and it was just a phenomenal crowd. And it was a big time atmosphere, and that gets our kids going. They love to see all that red in the stands. And I guess this week there'll be an extra amount of red as East Mississippi is also red in color also. So there'll be plenty of red to go around, but I tell you, our fans do just an awesome job of making this junior college atmosphere feel like a big-time college atmosphere.
Well, I'll tell you, another way of making that big time is when you listen to our All-American band. Brian Gillentine, the director of the state's largest band this year, right at 300. And I'm telling you what, when that chop is playing, you feel like you're in Tallahassee. You're at a Florida State University game.
That's a big recruiting tool for us. We have some audio of our band that we play over our highlight film, and of course we let them know that we do have a very large band, one of the largest, if not the largest, in the state of Mississippi. And that's a recruiting. We use that as a recruiting tool. But you're right. When we walk out there, if you closed your eyes, you'd think you're at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Well, and of course, the ICC All-American Band will be performing. Once again, they got that pregame show, so come out to the stadium a little bit earlier. I know we've got some folks that like to tailgate before, but make sure you're in the stadium by 6:45. Of course, Coach, you'll be in here going over some last-second preps, but the fans can enjoy the pregame show at 6:45 with ICC All-American Band led by Brian Gillentine. Well, let's talk about this locker room. What's it going to take this week in this locker room, the talk, the practices, to make it happen Thursday night?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we just got to go back to work. We just got to go back to work and have great practices. We have to have a lot of energy, enthusiasm. The scheme is not the hard part. The hard part is getting these guys motivated each and every week to get out there on the practice field and on the game field, play with a lot of energy, play with a lot of enthusiasm, and the biggest thing, believe they can win.
Well, I'll tell you what, we believe you can win, and of course those are some keys to victory brought to you by RJ's Eatery in Fulton. Don't forget, this Thursday night, ICC will host the defending state champs, East Mississippi, a 7 o'clock kickoff here at Lambert Stadium. If you can't make it, or if you want to bring the headset, we've got more and more folks bringing the headsets to the stadium. Our coverage begins on FM 95 Sports at 6:40 with the Davis Ford pregame show and that First American National Bank opening kickoff at 7 o'clock. And also, if you can't make it, you can listen to it online on the college website at www.iccms.edu. Once again, iccms.edu. Coach, congratulations on the win and best of luck this week against East Mississippi.
Thank you.
All right, John Williams joining us as is the North Division opener this Thursday night in Fulton. Special thanks to Adam Gore, our producer and photographer and editor, and we'll see you next week with ICC Football with John Williams.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola of Tupelo, Davis Ford, Family Pharmacy of Fulton, First American National Bank, First National Bank Pontotoc, Itawamba Loans, Jesco Incorporated, McDonald's of Monroe, Chickasaw, Lee, and Pontotoc counties, Mid-South Fine Printers, Peppers at Crosstown in Tupelo, Rehab at Work, RJ's Eatery, State Farm Agent Rich Potter in Tupelo, and Trustmark Bank.